Have you always wanted to create pro-level YouTube and other videos without spending hours learning complicated software or burning hole in your wallet? Something like this. Ever edited or used Capcut video? Have no fear, because we are going to cover everything you need to know. Oh yes, you are in the right place. Make sure you subscribe to this channel and like this video. I'm about to break down every step, whether you are a total beginner or looking to take your skill to the next level. If you're ready, let's dive in. Just so you are aware, there are three versions of Capcut. First, we have the web version, which you can quickly access by going to your browser and typing Capcut, type capcut.com, and then when it loads, at the top right corner of your page, you will see try Capcut online. So you go ahead and click Capcut online. It comes up with this page. You can decide to sign up, else if you don't want to sign up, you can just exit this dialog box. So from here, you can equally import your clips. For example, you can locate the video you want to import, click on it, and then click open. From here, you can go ahead and carry out all your editing. There are elements, audio, text. That's for the web version. Another version we have is the mobile version that you can use to install on your mobile devices like phone, tablet, your iPad, and the likes. And then the third one is the desktop version, which we are going to be focusing on. Go to Capcut. When you click download, Capcut is going to download the app that you need to install, although that's not the full version of the app. So when you go to download, go to File Explorer, download, or if you are using Mac, locate where your files are downloaded. This is the Capcut downloaded file. By the time you run this file, it will start downloading the full version of desktop, Capcut on your PC. Step one is to launch the desktop version of Capcut. Now, when you launch your desktop version, just on that project contains the project you were previously working on. However, to start a new project, go ahead and click Create Project. Step 2 shows you the main editing interface of Capcut. At the top left corner of the page is where you will see the tools you will need to edit your videos. Now, when you select each of these tools, at the left hand side shows you menu of the tools you clicked on. For example, if you click transitions, at the top, but at the left hand side also shows you the other sub tools that you will need for your video editing. Don't worry, it will make more sense as we proceed. Another player here is your playback monitor. Now here is where you can be able to preview your videos. Under here is called timeline. Here on the timeline is where you drop your clips and edit them. For example, all the cutting, all the adjustment will take place right on this interface. At the right hand side of this page is your advanced control preview. This contains the advanced feature that you will need for your video editing. Just below the advanced section, you see modify. Although this modify automatically takes the settings of the clip you import to your Capcut. However, if you want to make certain changes, you can go ahead. For example, you can name your project, let's say edit video, right? Save to tells you where you prefer to save the video when you are done with editing. So leave other settings. For example, aspect ratio is original. If you are creating a full YouTube video, you can leave it on original. However, there's a specific ratio. For example, 16:9 is for YouTube videos, full YouTube videos. And then if you want to create YouTube shorts or Instagram posts, the ratio you should use is 9:16. That's the setting to use. But for the purpose of this video, we'll just go ahead and use 16:9, or you can just choose original. And then when you are done, you select save. So one thing you notice about this interface is that they are adjustable. You can adjust this interface, the way you want it to look like. This takes us to step 3, importing our clips and laying the foundation. So to import clips, there are basically 2 ways you can import clips. First, you can go to the folder where your clips are, click on a video and then drag it there, and then your video will be imported. Another way to do that is to click import, locate your file and then import this. So for the purpose of simplicity, I'm importing just this one so that it will be easier for us to follow. However, I will import the other ones as the video progresses. When you import your clips, of course, editing is not going to work. So the next thing we will have to do is to drag this clip and then add it to the timeline. Remember, the timeline is where we will be able to carry out all the cuts, adjustments and everything. To add your clip to your timeline, there are two ways. You can point to your clip and then click this plus sign, and then if you want to just just have a preview of your video, you can just play it. In this video, I'm going to click this plus sign and then your clip will be added on the timeline. Now I'm going to delete it, so I'll just press delete. If you don't want to import the full clip, probably you just want to take a portion of it, you just point your mouse to the left handle here, drag it and then leave it, and then you can now drag to the left as well. So if this is what the aspect of the video that you want, you can just now click the plus sign, or you can hold the video down with your mouse, press it down and then drop it on your timeline. So that is how you can add video clip to your timeline. However, I'll just go ahead and add the full clip on our timeline, then we'll continue from there. So let me just drag it here. I'll drag it and drop it here. So we're progressing. Now when you add your clip here, this is your playback area where you can play and then review whatever changes you make to your video. Now here you will see the duration of the video. What it means is that this video basically is 1 minute 46 seconds, right? So the other part, the first part of this time, basically shows the duration that you have played so far. So for example, if I click play, it will start counting here. Creating stunning design, right? So that's it. So here you have the full. Here you also have the ratio. Remember, I explained the ratio. 16:9 means you want to do a full YouTube video. And we also have this one here. If you want to play your video in full mode, you can select that one and then you can collapse it by pressing escape on your keyboard, or you can come over here and then click. Yeah, there is your zoom. Okay, now if I point my mouse to here, it means you can see you want to zoom out, right? Basically you are zooming out your clip on your timeline now. And of course the shortcut is Control plus minus. At the right hand side you have zooming. For example, if I click zooming, you can see it's expanding the video in a way that I can easily see those areas. If I zoom and then I come to this point called track settings, if you click track settings, point to audio waveform size and then let's select 60. So the bars represent the audio of your video clip. This bar represents where your video will start playing from. So if you want your video to start playing here, you will need to drag this line, or basically just click it and it will start playing from there. If you want to see the tools, the full tools that you will need when editing your clip, is that you need to select the clip on the timeline. For instance, let me just zoom in a bit here. Okay, so for example, notice this place. This is the advanced area. If I click on this clip now, you can see it opens up different settings that I can use to edit my video. Now you have video, audio, speed, animation. I will show you some of those things. All right, now another important aspect to note on your timeline are these settings over here. Now here you have undo. If I mistakenly delete this clip, when I click undo, it will reverse it. Okay, so that is undo. Now the next one is, of course, redo is to actually take it back to the changes you made. Okay, so if I click redo, you can see it took it back to where I deleted. Now the next one here is split. You can also use Ctrl B to split your clip. Now the question is, how do you split a clip? Now, for example, if I start playing this video from the beginning, now you will notice that there was a place where, by the way, I recorded myself. I had a camera in front of me. Phone precisely, yes, I use phone to record this clip. Now, so you can see at the start of this video, there was no, so I cannot upload this on YouTube, for example. You see, have you ever designed? So what you would do is that you need to shift this arrow to the place just before you started speaking. Now on this place, there is a tool here called split, right? If you don't want to click on it, please, I like to advise you, please get used to using your shortcut keys. It will save you tons of time. Instead of placing this line here and then having to go and click this out, I can just press Ctrl B directly and it works. However, let me just demonstrate. So when this line is here, please ensure you click this split. It will now split this video into two. I'm sure you can see this is one, this is another one at the right. For example, see, look at this, you can see. So the video just got splitted into two. Delete left is used to delete a clip that is at the left hand side, while delete right is used for clips at the right hand side. So the next one is here is delete. For example, if I want to delete, remember this clip is, I don't need it because that was about the time I was pressing play button on my phone, so I don't need it. So this button is used to delete a clip completely. Here we have add mark. So this add mark is used to place a point on your clip. Probably you want to come back and carry out something later on. Probably you want to identify those areas that you need to cut later. You can use your add mark. Let me select the clip here. Over here, this is the add mark. So when you click on it, the shortcut key is M. So you see, you click add mark. So basically that's what the function of that add mark is. So you also have freeze, you have delete marker, right? Basically, if you click delete marker, it will delete where you added mark. Another tool we have here is called mirror. Now pay attention to this. If you select your clip and you click mirror, basically it moves where an object or yourself is pointing right. Mirror makes it point left. Usually people who copy other people's video and then try to modify it use this feature a lot. For example, if I click mirror, you can see this hand has turned to another direction. You can see this lighting here. So by the time I click mirror again, you can see. So that is the function of mirror. So you have rotate. Of course, you know what rotate is, and you have crop ratio. So all of these icons are extremely important, as you edit your videos. If you split your clip into two, for example, and you try to drag the other one, but immediately you release your mouse, it will go back, basically just to avoid any form of spacing, right? So but if you click on this, you turn it on, what happens is that if you drag the clip, it will remain where it is. So instead of quickly returning by itself. So that's the function of this turn on main track. Now the importance of this function is when you cut a clip, immediately it should join so that it won't stress you. All right, so let me enable it back. So let me turn it back so you can see by the time I drag it and release, automatically it returns. Okay, so this one is when you want to do voiceover. And remember to subscribe to this channel, like this video, that way you will encourage me to make more videos like this. Okay, let's go on, which takes us to step 4. Step 4 is focused on adjusting color and sound on your video clips. To adjust sound on your video clip, you need to ensure that the clip is selected. And remember, when you select the clip, observe this right hand side. So when you click on your clip here, it will show all the advanced feature for this video. Now, first of all, let's go to audio. Now for sound, you need to come to audio, and then on the audio you will need to come to volume. Here is the volume. Now let me play this clip effortlessly, whether you need. So if you feel this volume is high, so what CapCut does is that it just makes the volume, it just adds the video clip according to how it was recorded. However, if you feel the volume is too high, you can always lower the volume. Let me play it again. Images for social media. So that is how to adjust your volume, the volume of your clip. Or you can also increase it here. Let me increase it. Or YouTube, or you just want to create it for fun. That's how you can control your volume. So of course, it is best that you leave it the way it is, depending on the sound, the volume of the clip. Now, so we are not going to focus on the fading for the purpose of this video as a beginner. Now, another important aspect to look at is to reduce noise. Now, if there are some form of noise on your video, you can click reduce noise here. However, it is not perfect for removing noise completely on your video. Now check out another link on the description below where I showed you how you can completely remove background noise on your videos. Another option here is to enhance voice. So if you check this here, and you can enhance voice. For example, if this is the way it sounds, we transform the way. So by the time you adjust this bar and you play it, you create. Now, so that is the enhancement part. Basically, it means you want to enhance your voice, based on how you want it to sound. Hear how it sounds at the moment. To show you how to harness the power of. So by the time I will come to audio, we now increase the intensify over here. Now hear how it sounds. AI to bring your creative idea. So that is the voice enhancer. To adjust color on your video, you will need, on the advanced, make sure you select your clip first, and then make sure you click towards the end. You will see an option called adjustment. Click on adjustment. Now under adjustment, when you scroll up, you will see different settings here. For example, temperature, if you move it to the right, it means heat. You can see like fire-like color. If you move it to the left hand side, you see more like ice. You have tints. This you can see. Basically, it adjusts based on how the color you want, based on how you want the color to be. Saturation, basically, it increase how how red your video looks like. You can see, right? So if you want it to be black and white, you can reduce or increase the saturation. Contrast, this is exposure. You see, basically it increases the brightness of your video generally. Now you also have highlight. Highlight basically focus on the bright areas of your videos to increase. For example, where you have these lightnings, if you increase highlight, basically just focus on the lightning, only the light. You can see the lightning is only what is being affected, right? So that is highlight. While shadows attempt to brighten up those shadow areas, where dark areas of your video. For example, if you adjust shadow, you can see it just focuses on all these areas where there are where there is not bright. So that is the function of shadow. Now, doing this alone does not give you the perfect touch to your video, which takes us to the next step. To step 5, making cuts in videos, removing inactivities and every other thing. Okay, so if I come here and I play this video, you will notice this is where I was about to press the play button on my phone. By the way, I recorded this clip using my phone, so I click here.
Have you ever did?
So if you are uploading a content, you don't want to upload such on your platform, whether YouTube or Instagram and all of that. So what we need to do is that we need to remove where there was absolute silence. So I'll play this. I would need to drag this line here. To cut your video, I already demonstrated the tool that is used for that. You can press Ctrl B directly, or you can go ahead and click split, to split this video. Now, you can see the clip just got splitted. So I'll just click on this one and then come over here and press delete. You can see that I was not talking at this point. So in that case, we need to completely, cut out between this point and this point. So to do that, just place this line here and then press Ctrl B. It cuts the clip. Move the line again to the next point, before I started speaking, and then press Ctrl B or select your split over here. So this aspect of the clip is no longer relevant, so I just press delete on my keyboard, so it just got deleted. So you can see there is now a transition point between this clip and this clip. At this point, I'll now go ahead and import the other clips that I have. So let me come to import everything. I will highlight everything over here, and then I will import the clips here. Now that we have all our clips, so there's a transition point here between the introduction video and the next clip. So there's something called transition. So I will now start coming to this effect. If you see here, it is not great for one video, for one style of video to transition immediately to another one. That is where transition is important. So to add transition to this place, you come to transition. So there are different types of transition here. So let's say this is what I want. Okay, now you can click on the transition, drag it, and then position it just in between, where those clips merged. Now, so when you do that, one of the things you notice immediately is the duration. So what it means is that this transition takes 8 seconds. So now look at this. So you can see there's a transition point here. So what we can do is you can always increase the duration so that the transition is visible. Now, for example, if I come over here again, look. Let's take one more. You can come to distortion. Distortion is another great transition. So by the time you come here, just drop it here in between the clips, and then you can always increase the transition time. So by the time I play it here,
or this, in this video,
quickly show you another thing. I mentioned Ctrl B to cut video, B to cut directly, and then other shortcut. So if you want to change the shortcuts on your video, you can always come to shortcut here, click on shortcut, and then you will see these are the actions you can carry out while editing on your editing your videos. You can decide you want to change or you want to adjust, so you can go ahead and adjust them as you prefer. Okay, this takes us to step 6, adding music and b-rolls. Now, adding music and b-rolls is a fantastic way to create a YouTube video that is emotionally appealing and then more engaging. But for instance, the only setback is that most of these clips are copyrighted. So the best way to get, a music that is non-copyrighted, basically, a quick way to do that is you can go to Google, type, just type YouTube audio library. So when it opens, you can click this option that says YouTube audio library. And then when you come here, you see, different sound effects. You can search, you can filter them based on, track title, genre, mood, artist name, and all of that. But for want of time, we don't want this video to be long. So go ahead and check out the soundtrack that you prefer when you click on it. So if you are comfortable with the sound, the next thing you should do, just quickly come to this under license type, come here, and then make sure it says you can use this audio track in any of your videos, including videos that you monetize. No attribution is required. That's the most important aspect. No attribution is required. If you see something like this, go ahead and click download. So let's get back to Capcut. So I downloaded one already. So go to import, and then let's go to this single step we just played now. Add it to your import area. So to add music, instead of just allowing video to play,
desired creating stone.
It doesn't give that feel. So let's drag the audio, just place it under the video. That's the best place to drop your clip. So you can, when we play it now, for example, look at the way it sounds.
Have you ever desired creating?
But hey, there's an issue here. The only issue is that the volume of the audio tends to overshadow your video. So to do that, to address that, click on the audio, and then when you click on the audio, the advanced part will pop up here, and then you can reduce the volume of the video.
Stunning design without having to.
Sometimes you want to add different background music to your clips. So if you want to do that, basically where you want the first music to stop, you can always split it here. Let's split it, and then delete the other part that you don't want. So I have another audio clip here. You can drag it here and then drop it. So that way you have different background music on your clip. Talking about B-roll. B-roll is any supplemental video that is considered secondary to the main clip that you have. For instance, B-roll comes to play if you want to explain something. For example, in this video clip, I mentioned creating stunning designs. So at that point where I mentioned stunning designs, it's a fantastic idea to add a video clip that further buttress that point I'm talking about. So if you are creating, for example, make money online YouTube video, a fantastic way to do it is to add immediately at that point when you are mentioning making more money, is a fantastic way to go and download a non-copyrighted clip that you can add to your video. It makes it more engaging. So my recommendation is that when you create a YouTube video, do not allow yourself to appear all throughout the video. It makes it boring. So to get all of those non-copyrighted videos, what you can do, or images, what you can do is go to a website called pexels.com. There's another one called Pixabay. So on Pexel, I will select video, and then let's search make money. So when you hit your enter key, it will go and it will, for example, this is an example clip. So you can see. So it makes your videos more engaging. Okay. So I already have the video that I need. So playing this video now, for example.
Have you ever desired creating stunning design?
So at this point, creating stunning design, what I would do is that I will go and look for, by the way, on this description link, I added a link to my other video that explain how to create stunning designs using AI. You can check the video out. Okay, so I will go ahead and drag this image here. No, not the image now. I'll scroll down okay, I have a video clip here that further explain creating, stunning designs. So if I play this video, look,
Creating stunning design without having to spend hours using software.
so it makes your video more engaging. And by the way, when adding b-roll, make sure that the b-roll is not too long. It should not be too extensive. Okay, you can cut it, you can reduce the the duration of your b-roll video, okay, or photo as it were. So now also in this clip I mentioned Canva.
Using software or online tools like Canva.
So at that point that I mentioned Canva is a fantastic idea, to go and then get a non-copyrighted Canva image. So I have one here. So let me drag it down and then I will reduce it. Okay. So now look at the way it looks. Look at the way.
Or online tools like Canva.
So at this point that I mentioned Canva, you see immediately the image appear. So it makes people that are viewing your video, it makes them want to stay longer. So these are some of those tips you need to take note of, to keep people longer on your video, and that way YouTube sort of reward you for that. So let's continue.
Like this.
So at this point where I snapped my finger is a great way to add an image, because I was talking about creating stunning design. So at this point I will drag this image here. Of course I will reduce the size. So where I snapped my finger, I will just go and drop this video here, and then so I will reduce it as well here. Good. So let's go.
All these.
Now at the second snap of my finger, I will add another video. I'll add another image instead. So I have over here, I have another image that I used AI to create. Check out my other video. Now if you are getting value on this video, consider subscribing, like this video. That way you encourage me to make more engaging video like this. Okay, so let's continue. So I'll recite this image. So now let's play this video and see how it plays out.
Like this or this.
Oh, we did not adjust our image. So in this case, you can adjust your image, and then at the snap of your finger, that is where it should be. So that way it makes it more
like
engaging. Look at this.
Or this.
While your video is playing, you can also consider adding other stuff like stickers. So for example, you want to remind people to subscribe to your, let's say you are creating a YouTube video, you can add stickers like this. There are different emoji, emoji stickers, laughter, love, and the likes. So but let me just focus on getting this particular one to subscribe. So you can drag it, and then where you want it to start, that is where you should place it. So let me place it here, okay, or rather let me place it at this point. So when you place it, make sure you bring this bar here, and then you can now adjust that. You see the points, adjust it, place it where you want it to appear. Okay, so if you extend this image here, that it will also it also determines how long this image keeps on appearing on the video. So if I play here,
AI to bring your creative ideas to life effortlessly.
So it goes. So you can also add other stickers like this. For example, if I want to add another sticker just before this one comes up, I can drag this one here and drop it. And then so by the time I play it, for example,
I'm going to show you how to harness the power of AI.
Good. So but by the way, when adding stickers, make sure you're adding the sticker that is relevant to the video. Basically you want to make it more engaging, but it must not be distracting as well. That alone is not enough, which takes us to the next step 7, adding text, blur effect, keyframe. To add text to your video, like I mentioned earlier, the goal is to also make your video very much engaging. So if I want to add text to this clip, what I will do is I will come over here wherever I want text to appear, especially that part where I mentioned have you ever desired. Have you? So here I will come here. I will, at the top of our menu here, we have a place called text. So click on text, and then there is this default text here.
Creating stunning design without.
So to add your text now, this is simple. Just click on this plus sign, and it will add text over here. So when the text is added, you can go ahead and click. By the way, if you want to edit that text, if you come here, you'll not be able to edit it just like that. Make sure this bar is here, and then you can come to the screen and then edit your. You can also add other effects to your text. For example, you can bold the text here. You can also change the font. Okay, so there are different font styles you can add to your text over here. So one of the favorite one I like using is Etna, but you can, of course, you can use Rubik if you want, basically. So if that is what you want, go ahead, scroll down again. So there are other effects like the color of your text. I select this color green. Okay, now when selecting color, make sure the color is one that is quite visible, okay, and also aligns with the color of your background. Place the text where you want it to appear. So I will come here, reduce the text size. So I will come here now. So if you decided that is the color you want for your text, all right, so you can, instead of having to add text again, you can maintain this one and then continue, so that it saves you time. All the effects are already added to this. So I will copy and paste. So I have here Ctrl C, Ctrl V. You can always zoom your timeline, and then you make sure that the text and the pronunciation matches, aligns as well. So let me make it like this. By the time we start playing our video,
Have you ever desired creating?
so as I'm speaking, the text are appearing. That is how to add text to your clip. Add keyframe. Basically, it means to sort of zoom in your clip. For example, if you have a clip such as this, for example, you want to show something on screen. Maybe you are demonstrating how to sign up for a particular program online, and you want to zoom in on that particular aspect. Keyframe is what is used. So to zoom in on this video, what we can do is click on the clip, and then when you click on the clip, come over to video, scroll down, you will see a place called scale. Now this is what called keyframe, right? Add keyframe, and then also check position here. So when you are done, it place a dot over here on your video. Now move this line to how long you want the zoom to stay. Okay, when you are done, click add a keyframe here and a position, then and expand this, move it like this, to the position where you want it to be. So when you are done, let's come and play our clip and see. Look at. So you can see immediately they zoom. It's sort of zooming on the video. So that is how to add a keyframe to your clip. Now, for example, another thing I need you to take note of is the closer these keyframes are, the faster the zoom happens. For example, if I click play here, so you can see it zooming faster. So if you want the zooming to happen gradually, you need to move the keyframe far apart, so that way the zoom will happen very slowly. Now look at this. The only challenge is that if you leave it that way, it will stay like this, and that is not the way the video is originally. So what we can do is identify the point where you want the video, the original size of the video to return. When you identify the point, check this keyframe here and the position, and then move it just few steps away. When you click there, add a keyframe on your scale and add keyframe on the position as well. Then you now reduce it. Basically, the best thing to do is to make it 100, make it 100 here, and then when you come to position, ensure the position is 0. Okay, so let's play our video right now and see. By the way, let me reduce the volume of the audio so it doesn't distract us much. Good, so let's play. By the way, anytime you add keyframe, you will notice that the keyframe is added as points on your clip. So let's go ahead and play it. So you can see, so that is how to add keyframe and then restore it to the original view. So another thing I want to do is I want to add blur effect to our clip. Now, for example, if you want to, first I want to show you how to blur a particular section of your video, and then the second part I will show you how to blur an entire video and then add keyframe so that it just fades in gradually. Okay, now to blur, let's say I have a teddy bear around here just at this point on my background here. So if I don't want the teddy bear to appear, go to effect and then search, type blur here and press the enter key. When you do that, it's going to search for blur effects. So these are the blur effects, different shades. We'll be working with this particular clip here. So to blur a particular section of the video, what we need to do is that we need to duplicate this particular clip, copy the clip and then paste it. Now when you are done, the next thing you should do is to add the blur effect. Okay, now to do that, come here and then select this and then drag it, drop it, and then extend that blur effect to cover the entire duration of the video. Okay, now when you do that, hold the control key and then make sure you select the blur effect and then hold the control key, click on the second clip. When you do that, right click on the clip and you will see an option called create compound clip, or Alt G, select it. So when you do, you can see the main clip is here and then this is the blurred one. Go to the advanced area, click on video. Now under video, point your mouse to mask. Okay, when you click on it, if you try to do anything, it will not apply here because this mask option is not checked. So when you do that, click add marks. Since we just want to blur a particular section of the video, so what we are going to do is that we are going to select the shape of our choice. If you want to use star, as to blur the particular section you want, that's okay. However, let's go ahead and use circle. So when you click circle here, so you can see that it's already going to blur any section of the video, that you don't want it to appear. So since we don't want this teddy bear to appear, so we'll just go ahead and drop it here. And then, so by the time we play this video,
make sure you hit that subscribe button.
Let me forward it. So throughout the duration of the video, it will blur that particular aspect of the clip. So to apply, fading effect to your video, let's say you are talking and you want a particular aspect of the video to fade out so that another one can come in. So you position the pointer, then select the clip. When you select the clip, scroll down to your right here, you will see a place called blend. Check it and then make sure you expand it if it's not expanded. Then when you get to this point, select add a keyframe. Now after you add a keyframe, you drag it to the next point, and then select keyframe again, then drag it. Let's say you don't want it to be completely blank, so let's leave it at this point. So by the time we start playing our video here, look at this.
Now before we start, make sure you hit that subscribe button.
What you will notice that after you apply the effect, the effect stays.
Like this video, it helps me bring more tech content.
So after you apply the effect, it stays, it remains on that clip throughout to the end of that clip. But that's not what we want. So we want to restore the brightness of the video. So to do that, we'll position here where we want the fading to stop. By the way, let me just reduce the size of this image. We want the fading to stop here. Let me come to the clip. So I want the fading to stop here and then here. So select the clip, come to that blend again, right? Add a keyframe. When you add a keyframe, just move it just somewhere. You don't need to move it to the end, by the way. And then add a keyframe. After adding keyframe, make sure you increase it this way to 100. So that way it will now apply the effect. Now let's go ahead and play our video.
Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Now before we start, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Like this video. It helps me bring more.
So that is how to apply opacity. So to apply fading effect. Now that we succeeded in adding all of those effects on our video, the next thing to do is to export our clip. But hold on, not yet. The next thing you need to do is to do what I call quality assurance. Now, quality assurance is you playing the video from start to the end and then correct any fault that you found out during the process. That way you remove any effect, any error or mistake on the video clip before you export and upload it on whatever platform you want to use. So to export your video, let's go ahead and click export at the top right corner of the app. Click export, and then you will see all of those effects. If you want to make any changes like the resolution, you can change the resolution. If it is 1080p you want or 4K, you can select, and then so basically we just leave it the way it is. And then remember to subscribe to this channel, like this video, that way you will encourage me to create more tech tips like this. Also drop a comment, let me know specifically what you learned from this video. Did you get value? See you on the next video.